Yeah, so seventh is actually a geometry question, but this can be done in a very, very simple way if you simplify the question. Now, first, let's look at what the question says, and this is a trick you can use for many of the geometry questions. They're saying E is a point that lies on AB of an acute angle triangle. So they're just mentioning acute angle triangle. You can take any acute angle triangle. I will take the best possible acute angle triangle, which is an equilateral triangle. So let me draw an equilateral triangle like this. So this will be A, this will be B, and this will be C. Let D be the point of intersection of an extended line BC. So BC is getting extended with a straight line AD drawn parallel to line EC through A. So now where is the point E? It is mentioned that E is a point on the side AB. Now once again, where should I take the point E? Instead of randomly taking it anywhere, I will take the best possible point for E. I'll take the midpoint of AB as E. So now this is my point E. So if I draw a line E to C, this should be a straight line. So assume that my straight lines are not so perfect. So let me just draw this. Right, so if I'm drawing a line E to C, now from A onwards, I have to draw a line which is parallel to EC. And this point where it is cutting, this point is called as D. Similarly, they are saying, let F be the point of intersection of the line extended from line AC. So AC is extended. And you are drawing another line which is parallel to EC. And this point will be called as F. Now, if you notice, because this triangle ABC is symmetrical, then it means this total length should also be equal to this total length for me, because I have taken a simplified version of the question. So this is a trick you can use to many questions. For example, if they say take an acute angle triangle, you can start with equilateral triangle. If they put a condition which says two sides are equal and the third side is different in an acute angle triangle, then take an isosceles triangle. Okay, again, take with a known angle. So your calculations become easier and you can substitute the values of M and N very, very quickly. Now they are saying AD is M and BF is N. Now clearly my M equal to N in this particular case. Now which options are possible for me? This is not a possibility because I'm having denominator as M minus N. I can't have it because if they are equal, it becomes 0. So option A will not be valid at all. Similarly, option D will not be valid because the numerator becomes 0. But what are they asking? They are asking the length of EC. You can clearly see in the figure that EC has some value, right? So then it is between B and C. But you can also see from the figure very clearly that EC should be lesser in length compared to AD, which is also equal to your BF. So if you look at option B, and if you take M and N is equal, you'll get the ratio as 1/2, whereas here the ratio will be 2. So C is ruled out because your M plus N should be, in fact, M plus N by M into N. Yeah. So M plus N should basically be lesser than your M into N, because when they are two equal, so you will basically be getting this as, yeah, in fact, if you take, yeah, so this will be, my bad. So this will be 1 by 2x and this will be 2x. If you take M as each of them as x, so this will become x square by 2x and this will become 2x by x square. So this will be 2 by x and this will be x by 2. Okay. So now the question is, what could be the value of your x? Right. So why am I rejecting option C? That is important for you to understand. We are looking at the length of EC. Remember, x is the length of Mn, and we know that your EC is less than your x value, which is basically nothing but M equal to N. Right? Which means x by 2 clearly is less than x, whereas 2 by x may be or may not be less than x depending upon what is the value of x. If x is greater than 2, then so in fact 2 by x, is it less than x? Is this guaranteed? Now if you look at it, 2 less than x square. Now x square is greater than 2, not always. Depends on what is the value of your x. Whereas if you look at x by 2 and you're comparing it with x, so definitely your x by 2 will always be less than x. So between option B and C, you will rule out option C because it is not guaranteed, but B is always guaranteed. So this is the way in which you can solve your geometry questions which are otherwise difficult to solve, especially when you have m's and n's and variables. Substitute your simplest case in the question and get your answer.